In this episode, I thought I'd take you guys on a journey to see our piece of off-grid property on Gambier Island. I hope you enjoy it. So I haven't been to our cabin on Gambier for quite a while, and I'm back in Vancouver doing a bit of work, and I'm hitching a ride with my buddies Matt and his wife Kim, and her name just slipped my mind for a second. It's a little nippy, and I'm just going to go see the property and make sure that everything is good. There's no mice crawling in, or nothing's frozen, there's not been a landslide or a tree fallen. Who knows what I might find when you go there. It's always a surprise. I will show you what we find when we get on the other side. And hopefully the crossing, it looks nice and calm out there, so it should be a nice calm crossing. So those of you who aren't from British Columbia, this is Gambier Island. So it's about a 25-minute boat ride as the crow flies from Vancouver proper down Horseshoe Bay. If you look at the map of Vancouver, there's a whole bunch of islands scattered around, and this is Gambier, which is boat access only. So you cannot drive over here. You cannot catch the big ride-on ferry over here. You either have your own boat or you rent a boat taxi, or you take the big ferry to Gibson Island and then take a little ferry over to Gambier Island. And Tara and I fell in love with this place 3 years ago now. I had a client of mine that became a good friend of mine who I just hitched a ride with, and we instantly connected with it. It's like going back in time. I mean, you know, everyone helps each other. It's rough. It's a rough and ready. There's no paved roads. It's all dirt roads. Thriving community here, especially in the summer. In the winter, it does empty out a fair bit, but there are year-rounders. And as you'll know from past YouTube posts, we bought an off-grid 1 acre piece of forest, really just a chunk of forest, and over 2 years developed it all by the sweat of our brows and a lot of hard work. And you're bringing any lumber up here, unless you want to pay for a barge, you got to handle it about 8 times. You got to load it from the truck, from the store to the truck, from the truck to the boat, from the boat to the dock, from the dock to a wheelbarrow, from a wheelbarrow to the end of the very, very long dock here. It's miles long. From there into your truck, and then it gets to your property. And on a hot summer's day, I can tell you it's a workout. So time will tell what we do with this place, because it is a long way to come from Courtney. It's a full day of travel, I would think. And but I just came over here to check in on the place, and it's going to be cold up there. I'm going to have to light that fire right away. And I'm praying that my truck starts. My truck's been sitting through the winter, and I'm just hoping I don't get that awful click sound. So fingers crossed. We've called our truck Ivy. Toyota power. I should have filmed it. It started. First go. You can't beat a Toyota. This baby has 736,000 kilometers on it. So knocking on the door of 1 million. Our road. Looking pretty good. Ditches I had put in last year really working well. So far, no big surprises. We've already had a couple trees down this winter. I don't want to find any more down if I can help it. distance there, that's the local ski hill. Right up there. Way in a far mountain. Alright. It's all here. Actually looking tidier than I thought. I thought this could all be covered in leaves, and this is our outdoor kitchen you're seeing at nighttime. Usually in the day there's a view of the ocean. And let's see if we've got any juice in the batteries. Ta-da! Nice, happy face. That's a good thing. All right, so I'm gonna get the fire going, and I'm gonna have to actually turn the water on up the top of the hill. This little mill production. There's a massive pile of wood here that I milled. And the sad thing is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the wood. The tent is full. So, oh, smokes, it's slippery. So slippery. So up here is our water tower. 25,000 gallons or whatever. About the only highest spot I could find. And she is full. So, didn't want pipes to freeze, so we're gonna open this. So what I do is I pump from a well. We had a shallow well dug. And I pump it up. Whoa, these smokes. Perils of filming and walking. Pump it up to there and then gravity feed it down. And then I have a 12-volt pump that pressurizes. I am not going down there. Showing you all this stuff at night. I could just as well show you in the daylight. This is full of lumber. That's the shed I built out of lumber with a weird siding design I'm not sure if I'll ever finish. And let's see if we've got water. Run. I hear something. Shoot! My fears. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, crap. This is brutal. It really sucks balls. I didn't drain this, and the deep freeze we have has broken it. I want to swear right now. I've got no hot water, guys. I need to buy a new unit. We've ruined it. Shit. All right, I'm about to fix this. So I got the plate off, and what I read in the instructions after when I'd left the island was that you need to undo this and drain all the water out of the system. So what's happened is that this has residual water sitting in it. We had a big freeze that went to -7, and it's blown this up. So I'm going to turn the water on now. It's going to pour out of here like a sieve, but I'm pretty sure the whole thing is pooched. It feels like it's leaking out of every friggin' orifice. Completely effed it. Looking great. Well, no hot showers and no cold water even. I'm gonna have to go buckets. I don't even know if I can buy this isolated part. You know, one thing that pissed me off about myself is I never read the instructions properly, and I find these things out after the fact. But what I found out is after resetting all of this, you know, the gasket best I could, putting it all back together, I realized that the actual brass housing must have a hairline crack because it's spurting right out of the brass part. So I can't even see it in there. Right up the top there, you see, right up here is a hairline crack where the water's actually coming out of. So This whole unit from here all the way over to here, this whole apparatus here is 90 bucks, including shipping. So that's what I'm gonna do, and pray that none of this is affected, the rad, this whole bit. I do like these units, to be honest with you, and EcoTemp. I have a little guy that I haven't actually hooked up yet that I'm using on the Avion trailer, but I might actually buy another one like this and bring it with me just in case. And then if not, then I'll use that one on the property somewhere else, because they're heat on demand, they run on propane, they're great. So yeah, unfortunately, no hot water this weekend for me. What I'm about to do is not going to be impressing those people who like to do everything natural. Flint and steel, lighting fires. Sometimes I believe being on modern technologies are not altogether bad. And I'm not going to pretend that I don't cheat from time to time. Here we go, cheater. Nice fire at the one. All right, so while my dinner is cooking, I thought I'd show you around this this project of mine. And if you look back on old YouTubes, you'll see what I did to this trailer. But this was an old Rambler. It was I think it's a 26-foot or 28-foot Rambler that was, I bought it for $400. I gutted it right down to the frame. I gutted it right down to everything completely and started from scratch. A big job, would I do it again? No. As a business, yeah, it's kind of fun. What I do enjoy is making something that someone scrap and then giving it a whole new lease of life. And I have for sure made this better than it probably was when it came out of the factory. I spray foam the inside, so I did spend a bit of money on doing that, and that was one of my biggest concerns was mold in the winter. Sealing it with spray foam has made this mold free. So I came here after 3 months not being in here, not a hint of black mold anywhere, no moisture. I put a 12 volt system through the whole trailer and some 110 that's powered. This is my unit that tells me, it says right now it's happy that I have power. Kitchen was made by a friend of mine, all out of plywood. You know, no spots where mice can get in, but no mice. I've made this thing really, really bulletproof underneath for, you know, mice issues. A propane cooktop sink combo. This all works when my hot water tank is working. Hot water comes out of here. I built this stove. You can see further back on my channel installing this stove. This was actually a stove that went this way, and I flipped it over and made the lid the door. And so right now this is slowly warming up the place. This is the original fridge that I refaced. It works on propane. And see, it's still cold in here. You can see my breath. The door used to be here, and I moved it over to here because this is where I wanted it situated. This goes out onto a deck. Kind of cool round windows I put in this door. And then moving back, we have the kids. So this used to be the bathroom. So I deleted the bathroom like I have on the Avion. And we've got 2 bunk beds here in the back with little cubbies there for storage. And I curved the corner here so that we could get by. So when I dragged the trailer up here, I knew that I was going to cut a hole in here. So I built a 10 by 10 on the outside of the yes, I built a 10 by 10, then cut the hole in here. So this is our bathroom. So we've got a composting toilet in here that I built, custom made. We have a clawfoot tub in here, which is full of stuff. We've never had a bath in that. These are windows I've salvaged, which have a really nice view, but we've never had a bath. We use the outdoor shower that's connected just behind this wall. Built this vanity, and you can see I've got the hot water tank all in pieces. So this gives us a lot of room, extra room that you wouldn't normally get if it was just confined to the trailer. But we're not done yet. Up here, up these stairs, is the master bedroom. And so this is a queen size bed. I cut a hole in the roof. I built this on. And so, you know, if you were 70 years old, you might not like getting up here and coming back down again because it is pretty steep. But there's a nice queen size bed in here with some storage. So yeah, we kind of made the best of all of this space, and I love it. It's really nice and wide. You know, with the Airstreams, you do get the curve, which makes it feel smaller. This is really square and boxed out, so it does feel quite roomy. And yeah, that was a project of a couple of years ago. Well, I had a pretty decent night up in our, there's the turret. That's where the master bedroom is. Yeah, it was good. I slept good. Woke up this morning and just got the fire going, got the place warmed up. And so yeah, let me just show you what we've done here. I mean, you can look back on past videos, but I'll just give you a new and improved recap. Obviously, Gambier doesn't look as great in the winter. There's leaves on the ground, everything. There's no leaves on the trees. But I'll flip this camera around and show you. So where to start? I guess we start at the beginning. The beginning was a road. We needed a road. So the road ended down there. So we had to fell trees up here and cut a road in. That was the first thing. And then our plan, we kind of mapped it out. We did a roundabout here. Just so we could drive around here, and this was before the trailer was brought in, so we just had a tarp in the corner, and that's what we did for the first little bit. First summer, probably springtime actually, we got this trailer towed up with an excavator, had to be barged over, quite an adventure. Barged from Vancouver, and then a tow hitch welded onto an excavator and towed up into our property. So then we had that with nothing on the front, and then slowly I started bringing lumber over. It's a huge amount of work to bring lumber over here, and built this deck. And then after the deck, I always knew that even though I waterproofed this and everything, these trailers, just no matter what you do, they will leak if they get rain day in, day out. So I brought lumber over and made this awning over it. And actually, before I did that roof, I built this 10 by 10, and that was always the plan, to have that toilet tacked onto the edge. So I built this 10 by 10 here and attached that to the trailer. This deck wasn't built at the time. Salvaged all of this material secondhand and built that. And then we've just started chipping onto this. So I built this deck around, which you can get to, and we have our outdoor shower here, which is great because no one ever comes here and you can see the ocean, and we have a lovely outdoor shower. And then the first winter was, oh my God, massive rain. No ditches, and so water was literally flying down here right under our 10 by 10, right under the trailer, just like a torrent river. So I had to, luckily someone on the island rented me their excavator. Again, check out the previous videos, but it was an absolute mud pit here. So we dug trenches all the way around the property, all the way down the driveway, and then all around everywhere. But we were doing it in the middle of winter when it was complete swamp. It was pretty challenging. But now we're in the middle of rain season, and this is rock hard ground. So the ditches have been awesome. You know, we built this outdoor kitchen. Under here is a table and chairs. It's covered for the winter, and so we've got nice in the summer, you know, hot and cold water here, do dishes and out here, and barbecue, propane oven with cooktop. So this is really fun because you can kind of be out in the elements. The kids are running around and do cooking. So we use this a lot. And then the indoor kitchen we use kind of for, you know, making coffee in wintertime. So over that winter, I terraformed all this land by myself with an excavator, felled trees, kept pushing back. and didn't really have a plan, just kind of worked with the land and worked with the soil that we had and created these different tiers. But this was dense forest, so it's pretty incredible transformation. And then we had the real painstaking job of raking all of this out and getting all the rocks out, but we dug this pond, and you can see now it's just a lot of water on Gambier, and just created all these different areas really and planted seed. And it was really encouraging I was really worried that the seed was going to get washed away because we had one heck of a rainy winter. But in the summer, this is all green. And it never goes brown because we've got lots of trees around us. And then this winter we had that big wind, and unfortunately this beautiful tree, we had a beautiful big cedar right here and two hemlocks here, and they all came down, plus a big maple that was up in the crown land here. Another thing to note is this is all crown land, so no one can ever build here, which means we have unlimited forest back there, which is really cool. Workshop and shed, which is, the siding isn't finished. The reason it's not finished is because I did it all on an angle for fun, and I have a bit to finish there. It's probably about a day's work, but yeah, I kind of had fun doing this. It wasn't a plan, I just did it as I go, but it makes it more interesting. And I'll quickly show you the mill. Got my awesome Woodland Mills bandsaw mill under here, and this was piled high right to the edge of wood of all of the trees that we felled lower in the property. We dragged up here with an excavator one by one and then rolled them onto here and milled them up. So yeah. Oh well, thanks for watching. That was a little departure, I know, from the farm, but this was our first big off. This is fully off-grid, like fully composting toilet, solar powered, well watered property. It's not the Taj Mahal, but we love it. And yeah, it was fun showing you around. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you do want to see detailed story of how I rebuilt this and how I developed this land and how I almost got killed many times by felling trees that were under pressure and all these types of things and fighting all the water, check out the really old posts on the channel, and yeah, it's kind of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. It's really easy, just click that subscribe. It will really help boost the channel and be part of the journey. So thanks, talk to you soon.